Hi YouTubers, my name is Megan. I wanted to come online and share with you guys some of my cruise cabin essentials and some travel tips that I've learned over the last couple years cruising. I'm not a professional YouTuber. This is only my second YouTube video, so please be kind in your comments. I'm also not a very techie person, so I will do my best to link as many products as I can down below. But on my last video, I actually ran out of room to link because there were so many products. And I'm also going to try and keep this video shorter than I did last time because it was very extensive last time. Let's go ahead and get started, and I want to give you guys a little tour of what I call my cruise cabin essentials bag. I keep this bag packed and in my closet at all times, and when I'm ready to go on a cruise, I can just quickly grab the bag and throw it in my luggage. And I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a quickie tour. So this is a 4-section hanging toiletry bag. I like having a hanging toiletry bag because you can hang it up and get it out of the way and you don't take up your space. When you cruise, the cruise space in your cabin is going to be very limited. So you want to take advantage of your wall space, which is made out of metal and magnetic. So you can use magnetic hooks to hang things up on the wall, and we'll get to that in a few minutes. First, I want to go over my first section here, which are thank you cards, Post-it notes, highlighters, and pens. When you go on a cruise, you are going to pay prepaid gratuities as part of your cruise fare. However, those gratuities, they're not a whole lot. The crew workers, they work very, very hard and they don't get paid a whole lot of money. So we always like, when we go on a cruise, if there's somebody who's done something extra special for us or treated us really well on the cruise, we always like to leave a little thank you note and include some extra cash or gratuities just for them making our vacation what it was, including our stateroom hostess who makes up your room every day, including bartenders, a server at dinner, just anybody who's done anything above and beyond special for you and just made your trip what it was. I highly suggest leaving them a little thank you card and some extra gratuities. They will highly appreciate it. Also, I put Post-it notes in here so that if you want to leave your spouse or your family member a note in your cabin that you're going to be somewhere and maybe you didn't purchase the Wi-Fi on board and you can't really communicate with them via your phones, maybe you can just leave a little Post-it note on your mirror in your room. Hey, I'm at the buffet right now, or I'm at the spa, or whatever, and so that they know where you're at. And then the reason I have colored highlighters is every night in your cruise cabin, your stateroom host or hostess will leave an itinerary of events that are going on the next day on the ship. And you may want to go through those and you may want to highlight things that you don't want to miss out on. And different people in your cabin may want to do different events. So like you may want to assign a different color to everybody in your cabin. So like if your husband or your partner wants to do the wine tasting at 4 o'clock, they can highlight that they want to do the wine tasting at 4 o'clock in pink. And then maybe you want to do the bingo at 4 o'clock. So you highlight bingo in orange at 4 o'clock. But that's why I have the different colored highlighters in here. All right, moving on to section number 2 is when you cruise, they're going to give you a credit card looking thing. And the credit card looking thing that they're going to give you at the port is going to be basically your room key, your money on the ship if you want to buy anything, if you want to pay for drinks, if you want to buy spa packages, whatever, you're going to swipe this little credit card key thing. And some cruises give you a lanyard, but I don't know if they do still or not. I don't know. I've heard some cruises still do, some don't. But when they do usually give you a free lanyard, it's usually a cheap plastic, kind of like an envelope, like a Ziploc bag, and it's kind of hard to get the key card in and out of it. And so I like these lanyards that I purchased on Amazon. They call them lockers, and I don't know why they call them lockers, but it's called a locker. And so you can just put your credit card looking key thing in here and then close it up, and it's so easy to get in and out of. You can use just one hand to get in and out of it. Wear it on your necklace or your neck. I also like this because I can fit multiple cards in here. So when we go off of the ship, if we're gonna go on a excursion, I can put my key card in here, my driver's license in here, an extra credit card if I wanna take a credit card on shore, along with maybe some cash. And all of that will fit in here and I can squeeze all that in here. So I like this lanyard a lot. I take it on every cruise. I bought it once. I think it was $6 or $7 on Amazon, and I just pack it in my cruise bag every time we go on a cruise, and I pull them out for everybody in our family. I also have attached to my lanyard a reusable metal straw. Most cruise lines have gone away from offering straws on board, which is great for the environment, but if they do offer straws, it's probably paper straws. And I don't really like paper straws, but I do like having a straw. So I carry my own reusable metal straw, and I keep it with my lanyard because I will have my lanyard with me at all times. And so I will have my straw for my drinks with me at all times. So that is the lanyards. The next thing in my bag is probably the most cruise cabin essential item I think that's in this bag is metal magnetic hooks. When you cruise, a lot of people don't know that the walls of a cruise room are made out of metal. Therefore, your walls are magnetic. And so I purchased these hooks on Amazon, and these will stick to your wall. And then that way you can store things and hang things up along the side of your wall in your cabin to give you more space and more storage, and you know, things won't be laying around. I have like a set of, I don't know, 10 of them or something like that. I actually got 2 sets because when we travel, we typically have 2 cabins when we cruise because I have 17-year-old boy-girl twins. So I need double of everything to provide stuff for both of the cabins. Now on these metal hooks, I hang my beach bag, I hang my excursion bag. I will put one of these right next to the door when you first walk in, so I can hang my lanyards on there, so that way when I walk out of the room, I don't forget to put my lanyard on, which has my key card in it. And then also when I walk in the room, I don't forget to hang it up right away, so I always know where my lanyards are. My fiance loves to use these to hang baseball hats, regular hats. You can hang wet bathing suits. Actually, let me get you a little closer so you can see. So these come in handy for everything. Now, I will say that I purchased these on Amazon. Originally, I purchased the 22-pound weight magnet hooks. These are a 50-pound magnet hook. I would recommend you buy these, the 50-pound. Not that you're gonna hang something that's 50 pounds, but the hook is twice as long as the 22-pound ones. So like the hook for the 22-pound one only came up to this point. And if you're gonna hang something that has kind of thicker straps, like this is my beach bag, you want it to have a little bit of a longer hook to it. So I would recommend getting the 50-pound ones, and I will link those for you so you can use those and buy those if you want. Another thing I like to pack is these magnetic, they kind of look like chip clips. These probably aren't necessarily like the best. I probably should upgrade and get a stronger magnet clip, but I like to clip these on the wall to hold the paperwork that you're gonna get in your cruise itinerary paperwork, the calendar of what's going on the ship the next day. You can just hang that up on the wall, and so you can see everything. You also may get some shore excursion tickets in an envelope. You wanna hang that up on the wall. Maybe spa tickets, whatever. Any paperwork you have, you can clip it on this hook and then just hang it on the wall. So I really like these hooks as well. Then the next thing I have in my cruise cabin essentials bag is this, it's called an over-the-door shoe organizer on Amazon. I believe this was $9 or $10. Now, I use my metal hooks to hang this up on the wall as well. And then what I do is I can hang things in this on the wall, like my Yeti cup, my sunglasses. I can put my blow dryer in one of the hooks. I can put, you know, just anything you want. You can hang things up, and then you can get them out of the way on the wall and utilize your wall space. So I really, really like this over-the-door shoe hanger. Speaking of Yeti cups, I always bring a reusable insulated Yeti, not a Yeti cup, it doesn't have to be a Yeti cup, it could be any kind of cup, but that way you can keep your drinks really cold on board, even if you have the drink package or you don't have the drink package. And then you can also refill your drinks and keep them cold, or at night if you want hot tea, or in the morning if you're a coffee drinker, you can just keep your drinks hot and cold longer than you'll be able to keep them if you just use the cups that the cruise line gives you. So I really recommend bringing some kind of an insulated cup with you. All right, the next thing in my bag that I'm going to talk about are these liquids. The first thing is, because I do have a Yeti cup, I like to have dish soap. This is Palmolive dish soap, so that I can clean out my Yeti cup in the bathroom sink if I need to keep it clean during the cruise. The next thing I have is Febreze, and this, in case the cabin kind of starts to stink a little bit or something like that, I can just spray down the bed and spray down the couch and make things a little bit more fresh. And this I got in the travel section at Target, so you can find that pretty much anywhere. I also have a thing of hand soap. Most cruises, they have a pump of hand soap in the bathroom for you, but some don't. Some just offer you a bar of soap to use, and I always like to use regular hand soap, so I just bring my own just in case they don't. I believe the last ship I went on, the Encore, Norwegian Encore, they actually did have, I think, a pump soap dispenser in their bathroom, but I just like to bring my own just in case. This is called Poopery. This is, you spray this in the toilet before you go number 2, and it helps with scents. It causes a film across the water, so it traps any yucky scents. And when you're cruising, you're in small quarters, you're typically sharing a room with either a spouse or with a family and kids, and it's just, you know, you have one bathroom. So just, you know, be courteous and you know, conscious of that kind of stuff. And then in addition to the Poopery, I also packed a spray bottle of air freshener. This is a air freshener I purchased on Etsy. It was designed after the Disney Beach Club scent. I love Disney, and I just purchased that because I like the scent. So I use that when we go on a cruise. All right, going down to the next section, I always pack a dirty laundry bag to have in my room. I purchased this at the dollar section at Target a while back, so I don't know that you can purchase it anymore, but I would just recommend bringing some kind of a bag or some kind of a pop-up hamper so you can put all of your dirty clothes after you've cruised in a dirty hamper bag or something like that. The next item I'm going to talk about is going to be luggage tags. When you cruise, you are either going to print out your luggage tags, or you're going to be sent them in the mail, and they're going to be like sticky adhesive luggage tags. The problem is if those luggage tags get wet or get torn, it could cause you to lose your luggage. I don't know. So I've never had lost luggage. I've been very lucky and my luggage has always shown up, but just to be safe so that things don't get wet or things don't get torn, I take the luggage tags and I put them in here, and then that way they're protected, and then I put them on the bags. I got a set of 10 of these on Amazon, I believe for $6 or $7. They're reusable. I only have 3 right here because the other 7 are already on our luggage. And we just always put our cruise tags in here just to be extra safe. And like I said, I've never had a problem with my luggage showing up, but you know, you just never know. I have heard in the past that tags have been ripped off, or maybe a rainstorm comes while the porters are, you know, loading luggage here and there, and things can get wet and things can get smudged. So anyway, just another advice to get those. The next item that I have is going to be this power strip. It's made by a company called One Beat. I also purchased this on Amazon. This is not a power surge protector cord. This is just a power cord. Cruises will not allow you to have a surge protector cord in your cabin. They will confiscate that. And power surge protector is like the kind that have like an on and off button. Those are considered fire hazards. So this one is cruise approved on Amazon. I've taken this on probably 7 or 8 cruises. I love having this because especially on the older ships, there may only be 1 or 2 plugs. On the newer ships, there's usually at least 2 plugs plus some USBs, but you just never know what your outlet situation is going to be, and everybody in the family has tons of stuff that they like to charge. Their cell phones, their power fans, their GoPros, you know, their Apple Watches, whatever. And this one plug allows you to charge 7 things. So I love this. I don't just travel with this for cruises. I travel with this whenever I travel in general, because I love having one central station and being able to plug everything in and charge everything in one place. Also, when you're up on the deck on a cruise, it can be very windy. So I like these plastic towel clips. I purchased a set of 6 of them at the Dollar Tree. So super cheap. One of them actually broke, so I only have 5 now. But you can use these to clip your towels together so they don't blow away on the deck, or maybe you're using towels out on your balcony. You also should have a clothesline in your shower. So if you want to hang maybe some wet swimsuits to dry, you can use those to hang those. So that's why I like having those as well. I also like having a pair of travel binoculars with me. You may be cruising alongside a really neat looking island. Maybe there's a lighthouse you want to get a closer look at, or just some kind of a building, or even some wildlife out in the ocean. But I do like to have some travel binoculars, even though my kids say I'm really creepy by having binoculars. I don't know why. I'm not going to spy on anybody. Anyway, then the next item that I like to have in my cruise cabin is a travel clock. The reason I like to have a travel clock is typically they don't have a clock in your cabin, and also the time on board the ship may vary from the time of the port that you are visiting. So if you're using your cell phone might adjust itself to the port time, and the activities may be on ship time. So you may want to have a travel clock with you. But then the next item I have is a motion censored night light, and it's magnetic, so this can go right up on the wall. It's a magnet, so it'll go right up on the wall. And then this is also magnetic, and this I love because you can point it down, you can point it up, you can point it straight, you can point it any direction you want. And since it is magnetic, you can put this anywhere on the wall. So maybe you want to put it way down below, almost near the baseboards, and then tilt it down so that if you wake up in the middle of the night, you know, it kind of shines down towards the floor. Or maybe you want it to shine up, or maybe you just want it to shine straight forward. You can pick and choose, but I love this night light. I purchased this on Amazon for $15, and I think it's great because if you're in a cabin at night, the cabin is usually like pitch black dark. So if you get up in the middle of the night to go to the restroom or something, it's nice to have a little bit of a motion night light or something. The next thing that I have is these travel hangers. I love these because they're super thin, they're compact, and they're foldable. When you go on a cruise, they will provide you hangers in your closet. They are typically these thick wooden hangers, and I don't like them because things slide right off of them. I like these these travel hangers because they open up, they fold right out, and they have a little divot here so that my spaghetti strap dresses will go right in there and they'll just stick there. I also like to hang my wet swimsuit on here because of the divots. It'll stay right on there, and I can hang my wet swimsuit with one of the magnetic hooks on the wall, and it can just dry. So I love these. I got a set of 12 of them on Amazon. I don't need 12 of them, so I did break up the set. I kept like 4 or 5 of them for myself. I gave a couple to my fiance to pack in his suitcase, and then a couple to each of my kids to always keep in their suitcase as well. And we love these. We travel with these, not just on cruises, but when we travel other times as well. Then the last section that I have is a laundry section, and this I have Shout stain remover wipes. If you get something on yourself at dinner, maybe you get some spaghetti sauce or wine or something like that, you have something to protect your clothes and get the stains out. I also have a little lint remover. And then lastly, I have Bounty Wrinkle Release Spray. I got this in the travel section at Target. The reason that you want wrinkle release spray is a cruise line will not allow you to bring on a clothes steamer. If you bring on a clothes steamer, they will confiscate it. It is considered a fire risk, but you can just spray some of this wrinkle release on your clothes and hopefully get the wrinkles out with maybe hanging the item in the shower area with some steam too for a little bit. And then that's it. That is my cruise cabin essentials bag. Just as a bonus, and then we're gonna end so I don't go over too much. I wanted to stick to a certain time frames because my last video that I made, if any of you watched it, was general travel essentials, more so for airplane or international travel. It was 40 minutes long, so I'm gonna try and keep this video a little bit shorter. For my beach excursion bag, I won't go into that fully today, but what I will tell you is one thing: if you are going to a Caribbean destination with a lot of ports where you may be doing some snorkeling excursions or just snorkeling at the beach in general, I would invest in your own snorkel mask. If you're doing an excursion, they will provide you typically with snorkel mask, but you know, you have to disinfect it or they have to disinfect it, and you just don't know, especially with COVID right now, you just want to be extra safe. And I love these snorkel masks that we purchased on Amazon. I believe they were like $25 or $30, but it's a full face. And so you just slip it over your face and you just breathe normal. You don't have anything like in your mouth. You don't have anything over you. So I just love these. Anyway, let me know if there's anything I missed. Let me know if you have any suggestions or if you want me to answer any questions. And I will talk with you guys later. Bye.